in the wake of Seth Rollins being absolutely dismantled by Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Tama Tonga. AJ Styles here to gloat in his glory. Seth, not so dominant anymore, are we? Your days of steamrolling Raw is over. With the Bullet Club, things will be different around here. We are the harbingers of change. We are here to dismantle the status quo. Finn, Balor, and I have spent too much time on the sidelines watching super factions run the show, leaving us with no opportunities. In order to change the world we live in, we must burn it down to start anew. I had a sneaking suspicion that it was a reforming of the Bullet Club here on Monday Night Raw, with known members being Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Tama Tonga. It doesn't look good for Raw if that's the case. They want to burn everything down to make everything anew. Symbolism there. Seth Rollins, the man who wants to burn it down, and they want to bring him down a peg. Stop him from steamrolling Raw and being dominant there, the dominant force. They're tired of the super factions, even though they're a faction themselves. Seemingly they want to put an end to everything that they see as unjust. And Aleister Black, he is somebody who got himself exactly where he wants to be in a title match with Drew McIntyre. He attacked him weeks beforehand, and that was enough to get Drew McIntyre's attention. He called him nothing of note. He didn't think anything of Aleister Black, and which is why he's going to defend this belt here on Raw. He didn't see it necessary to go to the Royal Rumble with this match, because he could be entered in there. I don't know, there's no way for me to know, but he wants to stay fresh for that. Why have a match there? Because Drew McIntyre, the paper champion that he is, always looking for more. Aleister Black and Drew McIntyre one-on-one for the International Championship belt. The battle of the paper champion and the challenger of Aleister Black. Aleister did all the right things to get Drew McIntyre where he wanted him, and a title match here on Raw for the International Championship belt. He knew that the soft, bruised ego of Drew McIntyre would be too easy to manipulate to get himself a title match. All he had to do was attack him just once to get Drew McIntyre's attention. Drew, with the overinflated ego that he has, believes that Aleister Black should be no challenge. So of course he's like, alright, I'll put my title on the line against Aleister. And that was almost over. That was a 2 count. Right off the gate, Aleister Black is showing why Drew McIntyre is a paper champion. Drew McIntyre able to use his size and strength against Aleister. That's the one thing that he has going for him. Other than that, he is nothing more than a big loser that can't get shit done on his own. He had a triple threat match where Solo did all the work and he pinned Randy Orton to retain his championship belt. This is the kind of way that he wins his matches. Not off of his own merit, off of other people's work, after getting lucky. These are the ways that he wins his matches. And since his ego's so inflated from those victories, those very minor victories by the way, because he's lost so many more matches, has him thinking that he could take on someone like Aleister Black. A man who will stop at nothing to put an ass whooping on somebody. And Drew McIntyre's finding out the hard way. And hold the phone. Of fucking course, he's got help. Rusev making his way over here to assist Drew McIntyre in retaining his championship belt. Because apparently, I guess, Drew McIntyre found out that maybe this is a little harder than he expected. That he's going and he's getting help from Rusev to make sure that he retains his championship belt. As Drew McIntyre gets taken down with a heavy knee, and the ring general is here too. Gunther has seen enough. Rusev the same. And now the waiting game begins with Aleister Black and Drew McIntyre. The mind games, the shit talking in the ear or something, ripping the hair. They're standing there motionless doing a statue impression right now as everyone watches to see what happens. As Drew McIntyre is tired of waiting around, and Aleister Black is all alone in this, as the Entente and their near full strength is here to help. That son of a bitch, worthless paper champion Drew McIntyre, who can't get shit done on his own. He was getting his ass absolutely handed to by Aleister Black, and the Entente seen enough. The Entente wanting to keep gold on Drew McIntyre's shoulders. And it's not hard to see why Drew McIntyre is champion. Because things just somehow favorably land right in his lap. He doesn't even have to do anything this match. Rusev, Gunther, they have been handling Aleister Black for him. And now they are all chopping at the bit to get a bite at Aleister Black. As Aleister, he is not getting a chance to breathe, as these ruthless Europeans are all assaulting him at once. He is getting punched front, left, and center. Each and every way, all of them wanting a piece of him, and he continues to get his ass whooped by each and every one of them, just getting jumped, and he has no opportunity to fight back. And Gunther to the top. Drew McIntyre, he wants a piece of Aleister. And Gunther bitch slapping Drew, unhappy with what's going on here. Because the coordination between all of them is just not working out, because they all have no self-control. Each and every one of them. And the Wolves, they are continuing to attack Aleister. Catching a super kick. And drop down. Drew McIntyre seeing the perfect time to come in. Looking to eat the scraps. Alabama slam right to the face. And here comes. He was trying to get that acolyte locked in, but Drew fucking McIntyre, he wants to get the win off of other people's work, like I said. Aleister Black taken down by Rusev's Alabama slam, and then into the acolyte, and Drew McIntyre ripping Rusev off of him so then he could get the pin and profit off of somebody else's work. The fruits of his teammates' labor. Because this is a load of bullshit from the paper fucking champion Drew McIntyre retaining his goddamn international championship belt once again with the help of these fucking European elitists in the Entente. I hope you all burn in hell. Tiffany Stratton, she went and assaulted Kyrie last week Out of nowhere, Kairi had no idea that it was coming.
I guess I lied. I can't ignore an opportunity to disgrace Asuka for embarrassing me on my cash-in. You've got my attention, Kairi. And there's only one match that fits a peasant like you. It's giving a dumpster match at the Royal Rumble. It may be tiffy time, but it's time to take out the trash.
Tiffany. You know, again with the peasant talk about Kairi, she's not a peasant, but a dumpster match I would be looking forward to. I guess they found themselves in a very particular situation, an impromptu match that Christian wanted out of Cody, but he got what he should have expected this. Randy Orton coming out to help him, looking to help Cody Rhodes as his RKO brother. Christian biting off more than he could chew right now, as they cannot figure out what they want to do to each other. With Cody Rhodes getting fought off by the elderly Christian Cage. Christian going for a power bomb to let Cody know that he's been a bad boy. I don't fucking know. But Christian, he's not the one. He's not the one to play with. Apparently, his parental instincts kick in when he sees someone with a dead father, and Cody Rhodes just so happens to be one of those people. And Christian just so happens to be a very abusive father, might I add. His instincts are not very fatherly, if you ask me. You know, maybe like drunk uncle, drunk father, maybe. Cody's trying to get away from Christian, but Christian wants to lay the law down on Cody. He wants to give him a good fatherly ass whooping for his misbehavior with the RKO. But he is woefully picked the wrong person in Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, as they're both trying to pounce on Christian here, as he's taken a couple of left, right, bionic elbow from his father, might I add, and making Christian bleed. Again, his parental instincts kicked in on the wrong person, because Randy Orton is not about to let his brother be beaten by a disrespectful father figure in Christian. But again, they're just taking turns with Christian, because Christian is able to take down Randy, but he can't take down both of them at the same time. He's got himself into a whole bad ordeal here.
The following contest is a steel cage match and is for the NXT Women's North American Championship.
That is right. The North American Championship belt being defended here on Raw in a steel cage match. Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan are about to battle it out in the steel cage match. Because again, Royal Rumble is absolutely packed, and they could not find their way onto the card simply because of the Royal Rumble being the match that takes up a whole lot of time. Then what better than to make Raw their pay-per-view? This is the secondary pay-per-view here. The go-home show of Raw, of all go-home shows. We had Drew McIntyre defend his championship belt and retain it in the most heinous way. Aleister Black thought he had a chance at the paper champion, but the paper champion Drew McIntyre seen that he was getting his ass whooped a little too hard and called out his ententes to deal with Aleister Black. And just like Drew McIntyre beforehand, he allowed Rusev to do all the work and pinned Aleister Black for good measures. And the bad girl, the mean girl, I should say, Liv Morgan, the bitch incarnate, the North American champion. They've been threatening to break each other's nose, and it's only a matter of time till we see that here in that steel cage match. She broke Jordynne Grace's nose, and she's looking to do the same to Alexa Bliss here in this steel cage match. A match fitting for a go-home show, defending her championship belt. Something I ought to add, you know, the whole back and forth that they had there. Stop interrupting me, Mike Rome, I'm trying to talk. But Liv Morgan telling Alexa Bliss that she's a nobody, a has-been from a bygone era, and that she should go back home and stop being a deadbeat mother. You're a mom, you have more important things to do than worry about wrestling right now, says Liv Morgan to Alexa. And Alexa is about to make Liv Morgan eat her words. This is the battle of the two tiny blondes here on Raw for the Women's North American Championship belt. And an enziguri out of Liv Morgan. That's one of her favorite moves. And a kick out. I can only imagine we're going to see 100 more of those because Liv Morgan only knows 3 moves. Alexa Bliss is a little bit more versed in her wrestling abilities. I won't say much, but she knows more. And look at that dive dodge out of Liv. But she was off balance, and Alexa Bliss was able to take advantage of that and slapping her in the head. Not a lot of weight sitting on Liv Morgan there, if I'm being honest. Alexa Bliss and her whole, 85 pounds of woman dropping down on Liv Morgan. But Alexa thinks it's time to start leaving the cage to get that championship belt off of Liv Morgan. And Liv taking a siesta at the wrong time, giving Alexa just a little bit too much time, but she's able to stop her from going anywhere. And there she is shit-talking again, something that she's known for. A little far, a drop kick still lands from Liv Morgan. Alexa Bliss. She's going to have to figure a way out to put an end to Liv Morgan. She's got a drop kick off. I'd like to see this end in some kind of a pinfall and another enziguri out of Liv Morgan. And I think she might be going for an Oblivion. It looks like it's time. No, not yet. Just a clothesline. But she was perfectly set up for it. A code breaker, almost a code breaker. And Alexa Bliss able to reverse out of it, hitting her with the DDT. This could be it. She could go for the pin. This could be it. This could put away Liv Morgan. 1, and a kick out right away from Liv. I know that Alexa has to be irritated there. And another enziguri out of Liv Morgan. I told you, she only knows 3 moves, and she's going to spam the fuck out of them like a kid playing Mortal Kombat. She only knows 3 buttons, and she's going to hit each and every one of them every single time. And she's going for a stolen move and the 3 amigos. And she's going for the pin, and everyone's booing it. A kick out at 1 from Alexa. And Liv Morgan, I guess she really is out here to try and break Alexa's nose with a code breaker. She's not trying to escape this match. She's been aggressive. She has been putting the work on Alexa. And Alexa's coming to see all of the insecurities that Liv Morgan keeps on doing. She was able to dodge out of that one. And here's a Twisted Bliss. Or, I mean, the Sister Abigail. 1. And a kick out from Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan no-selling the Sister Abigail out of Alexa Bliss. What can Alexa do to put away Liv Morgan? Because that was just a 1 count. She can try and escape like before. And I think that's what she's trying to do. She's got Liv Morgan down. Because pinning her just doesn't seem to work. But Liv, she is seeing it. She's stopping Alexa before she could get any higher. Trying to get up, trying to find a way up. And Liv Morgan, that diabolical bitch she is, trying to ram her knees into Alexa. Into the corner. Alexa got reversed. A reversal fest out of the 2 of these women. A whole lot of bad blood between them. Because if I was Alexa, I know I would be pissed at listening to all the shit talking that Liv Morgan has said. All the things that she has said to Alexa would definitely get to me too. And Alexa trying to leave through the cage, but no, she changes her mind. I think she wants to put Liv Morgan away. Officially. Drops her down after a choke, and now she's going to try and climb again. But it is not showing to be the case here, because Alexa Bliss is handing Liv Morgan an ass whooping. Reversing everything, kind of to a nauseating degree, to where it kind of pisses me off with how much they reverse in this game, even though I set that bitch to fucking 0. But I guess they're just that skillful. They just got that much skill that they can override my settings. Alexa is just that fucking good that she can override my sliders and do whatever the hell she wants to Liv. She wants this championship what the fuck was that? Belt more than anything on the world. Glitching the fucking game out to get what she wants. Going for the pin on Liv Morgan and Liv kicking out at 1. Not letting her championship go to the wayside. Losing her championship to Alexa Bliss, the person that she's called lesser than her. How embarrassing would that be to lose to someone you don't even see as an equal? As Liv Morgan runs to the other side, looking to catch some steam. And catching the hip of Liv Morgan. And the whole collective weight of 100 pounds on Alexa Bliss's shoulder right there. And that bitch, Liv Morgan, with a code breaker, trying to break Alexa's nose. Another code breaker. She only knows 3 moves, and she's gonna use them like a kid spamming buttons in Mortal Kombat. Because this looks like this could be it. And Oblivion onto Alexa Bliss. 1, 2, 3, and Liv Morgan retains with the only 3 moves she knows. Middle rope code breaker, regular code breaker, and an Oblivion. Able to take down Alexa, proving to herself and her ego that Liv is always better than Alexa. Do I believe it? Not so much. But she's still champion. Still NXT North American champion. And it could have been a better woman winning that belt, but no, it had to be Liv Morgan.